meeting of the Village of Armada Council meeting now will come to order for February 13th. When everybody rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. And get some of the food on that. Okay, roll call, please.
Belkey. Here. Cooper. Here. Ballard.
Here.
Wallach.
Here.
Conan.
Here.
Clark.
Here.
Shaw is absent.
Wow, that didn't help. I backed up so I could get you, and you leaned back.
That's right. Yeah, I just gotta, this screwed up your.
Oh, you're probably in the back.
Oh, it's screwed up or
Well,
something.
here's your back page. Oh, here. It would have been the last sheet you looked at.
All right, good, thanks.
Okay.
What is the approval of the agenda that council wishes?
I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Support. Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. No citizens in the audience at this time, so no citizen comments. We have no presentations tonight. Administrative reports, building department, you have a report in your agenda. And commissioners' reports. Anyone would like to address the council at
I've
this time?
got one for the sewer plant. Got a couple of upcoming expenditures. We're gonna have new tires put on the skid steer. As far as they can figure out, they are the original tires from way back when.
Wow.
So it cost us $675 for the 4 tires. Larry's gonna do that. And another expense, and it got brought up, I think the last meeting, they have trouble with controlling the temperature and stuff down at the plant. We got a quote here from DJ McConnell. They're gonna come in, check the boiler, check the pneumatic controls, the thermostats, check dampers, coils above the ceiling, do minor repairs and adjustments will be performed with a written report, and then provide a quotation for any further repairs or materials needed thereafter. And a price here of not to exceed $2,000. DJ McConnell has been the one that's worked on that equipment, so I just wanted to give you a heads up that that's what's coming in. And that's all I've got right now.
Oh, go ahead. Don't
Sorry,
Sherry.
go ahead.
Well, all right, mine's gonna be relatively quick. We have been approached for a Metro Act permit. I'm gonna turn it over to Jeff so he can just do a because I won't be able to explain it.
Yeah, real briefly, we have 2 pending. The one that we wanted some direction from council on is we received a Metro Act permit that when they, as you know, they file an application. They file I think it's $500 check for processing fees, and they typically include a route map. When this applicant, with their original route map, their proposal was to put up additional poles, which they would put these antennas on. Now these, can't remember for sure, but I believe these are the types that basically supplement the big cell tower phones. So they provide additional capacity for data transmission. You guys all know that that's a big need. We have generally, as a rule, been against additional poles in the village. That's not something, especially in residential areas, that is A, attractive, obviously B, we always get residents concerned about cell towers, and then we put up a bunch of monopoles in their neighborhood, and they're like, what are you doing? So we have generally told people no. This particular applicant said, okay, I get it, I know you don't want to do that, but would you approve me coming forward with a revised route map where I would co-locate? So in other words, they would co-locate on a DT, Detroit Edison pole. So we wouldn't have multiple poles going up. And this one I don't think even the co-location is extensive. It would just be, I think 1 or 2 or 3. I think it wasn't a great number of poles. It's not going to be on every pole in the village. So we just wanted to see whether if council would be receptive to that. Again, it's
he cannot complete his route map,
Map
which is
without-
the rest of the, the last thing he needs to submit the permit, without some kind of
Direction that
direction.
we would allow him to
What does it
co-locate.
look like? What, I mean,
It's just, I think they're
It's a
just
little- yeah,
little
they're-
receptors.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
not, it's not like he's adding a whole lot, it's just, we don't want him putting up another pole,
Yeah, we didn't
putting
want
that
it, yeah.
antenna or receiver
Right.
on that.
How much
second pole.
revenue are we looking at?
Well, MetroAct, once you approve it, we send it to Lansing, and that gets added on to our MetroAct map in Lansing, and there's a standardized fee based on, I want to say, linear footage of fiber that you have in the ground. So I couldn't quote you how much more, but there will be a revenue increase once Lansing, I can find that out.
For how long? How many years?
I can't remember the exact term. I think it's like, the state sets up how long it can be. I want to say, I don't know, I'd have to check, Sherry, we'll get
Okay.
that answer for you.
Okay.
But I'm sure it's at least 10 years, and I don't know, I'm not familiar with the renewal process, but we've never had anybody renew yet, so I have to find out. I take that back, MISD is coming in right
Yeah,
now,
they
but
are.
that's because the law changed.
Yeah.
But that's the other one
That's
we
the other
have
one we
pending.
have, but they're not
Jeff,
Yeah.
this
I
far.
heard you say something, the amount of linear feet of fiber you got in the ground. Is this guy going to be burying fiber optic cable in the ground too?
They typically do, let me say, we just were more concerned about the polls.
Yeah.
We will share with you, we're not giving an approval tonight,
No.
we're just determining
This is-
whether they can revise.
So
This
he
will
can
come back
revise
to
his
you.
route map, and then
Well,
when the actual permit comes in, then
We'll
we
answer,
approve it,
yeah.
so.
That's because, I'll tell you why, we're in the process, we just did some nice road work out here. I don't want these guys tearing
No,
up
this
the roads.
will not tear up the road.
Yeah,
We would
to the
never,
right of
yeah,
way.
good point, Lyle, I see where you're
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
No, this is typically done in the right of way, but it would be no different than like DT running a phone, I'm sorry, electrical line. They're not going under the road.
I-
But we'll check. What we do, just so you know, is we circulate the route map to the village engineer, typically in Ed, and basically they tell us whether this will work. So we'll, in light of your concern, we'll make sure they're not tearing up a new road. But again, I apologize, we just wanted to kind of get a sense of,
Yeah.
is co-location okay?
Well, that way he can finish his process. If, once he gets his routing done, then he'll submit everything to us for their approval, correct?
Correct, and then
And
we send
then
it
you
to the
can say
engineer, village
no.
engineer, and to Ed, and we say, does this route look okay?
Mm-hmm.
And if they say, look, we're tearing up a road, then we can say,
We can
no,
say
we're
no.
not, that's not a route we find.
This is just so he can complete what he needs to do to get his whole process,
His
the whole
whole permit
application
going.
done.
Right.
I think for revenue, I think we should look at every opportunity.
I think it's a good
And
idea.
does he cover the cost of our village engineer looking into
It's
it?
part of the $500.
Yes.
Yeah, which we have that check, we won't process it unless the check is.
Right.
Good.
Right, okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'll let him know that that's okay too. Okay.
But Michelle, if you don't mind, could you ask him those questions? I'd like Lyle to
Yeah.
know
Um,
quickly whether that
Will
would involve
cable be
tearing up the
buried?
road.
And what was the other question?
How
Well,
long and what
Sherry was
revenue?
asking how long, and I can find that out. to
Okay.
Metro.
Term, in other words.
All right, well, that'll come from Jeff, so I'll ask him if their plan is to bury cable or bury fiber optic.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lyle, they will bury it. The question is that going to be in an area where they're tearing up the road?
Exactly.
yeah, and I think it is that end of town. I'm
What?
pretty certain it's that,
What's Maine?
yeah.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Police, Chief Mike did sell the K-9 vehicle for $4,300. So just so you know, everyone, that sold, and also, without having a full-time detective, they also were able to solve 2 crimes, larceny and a damage within the last week. So
What kind of damage?
it was a damage to a business. So they were both different businesses, but they solved both of them this
No
week.
arrest paid?
I can't really go a whole lot of it, but yeah, so they're solved.
Thank
Cool
you.
beans.
Anyone else? If not, the consent agenda approval of the regular council meeting minutes of January 23rd and the payment of bills.
Mr. President,
As should read on there, 17.
Oh, yeah, it should.
Mr. President, I'll
Yeah.
move the consent agenda be accepted as presented.
I'll second.
Moved and supported. All in favor?
Aye.
There was no.
I abstained.
Oh, you wasn't here. David wasn't here.
Yes, I
That
know.
was my birthday, but there was no happy birthday put in the minutes.
You weren't here.
Yeah, you weren't here, so, yeah. We weren't celebrating your birthday without you.
Can we celebrate your birthday? I would suggest you go get another piece of pizza.
Yeah.
I was celebrating during the meeting though.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no old business tonight. New business, we have a quote for engineering services from F&B. This would be Steve's department.
I apologize for you just receiving it right now. Like I say, I thought we'd have it the last meeting, and it took me, some emails and some phone calls to tell them how dissatisfied I was that it finally got in here. So I'm just kind of reading it for the first time also. It does, I think I mentioned before, that their service and fee of 8.5% of the projected costs is what they expect to get paid out of it. And talking to Joe over previous projects, we've seen a lot of engineering done for 15 and 20%. I hate to really push something through like this really fast, but one thing we need to get going for this SRF is the DEQ is after us to get going on this particular project. They want to know that we're doing something.
She's not watching you.
So-
Yeah, I'm talking to Joe though. I don't know that we can do that right now, Steve.
Yeah, it requires three.
It requires
but
3 and it requires
But how long can-
qualifications
are we-
only.
Expected to wait for 3.
I don't know, but I mean, I don't know that we wanna, I'm sorry to do that to you, Steve.
No,
I
I
just-
understand, and
yeah.
that's usually what we do.
And I think the DEQ is requiring that. I think that's a requirement, and I don't wanna,
Okay, well,
I
you
don't
can
know.
talk to them, but it really sets us back, that, they've been after us.
well, maybe you could make a motion to do it pending DEQ
Approval?
not approval, but, recommendations or something. Would that
Because
be
they were
okay,
talking
Jay?
about that permit and having to have a special permit, because it's one thing if we change apples for apples down there.
Right.
But in the process of this ventilation system, we are also
Yes,
adding a
41 permit.
makeup air unit, which was never there,
Never there.
to bring in outside air into the building as you're taking out the bad fumes. So that was gonna cause a permit to be pulled for that, and then a special drawing, and it just added, but we got I got an email from Karen saying that the permit was not required now, so that freed them up somewhat on speeding
Moving
things
forward
up.
a little faster.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go to Jeff and say what,
Yeah, so my suggestion would be, rather than say that you're going to accept this proposal, I would rather have council do a motion to authorize you to proceed based, upon confirmation from the DEQ
DEQ, okay.
that this will qualify for, would it be reimbursement, Joe? Or makes it eligible for SRF?
I don't know, this
No,
for
because
reimbursement,
this is
just
gonna
that
be
it's
on our in-house
allowable.
project. So, just
Yeah.
that they're.
So are we looking to we're not looking to get reimbursed on this?
No.
No, we were gonna pay for
Then
this
maybe
out
that
of
doesn't
our
matter.
own funding
Right.
Mhm.
before we received any money from the SRF.
So you're not looking to be reimbursed by SRF?
No, this is
Well,
part of
then
our
I-
in-house.
This is
budget
Then I don't see
project.
why you need 3.
Yeah.
In a way, this is one more step just to show that
Because they're
we're,
not paying for the engineering.
Right, exactly.
yeah. Joe, did you have something else to say?
No,
Okay.
you're on the right track, that we do have our match funding that we have to spend on that SRF. And this was our first portion of our project out of our in-house money to spend, but.
And
So
they-
yeah,
they-
what
Someone's
I'm
getting
thinking
the
of
engineer.
is not the in-house stuff. I'd have to reread that email.
Well, again, if there's any concern, I would say the motion to authorize the sewer commissioner to proceed to negotiate the proposal as presented, subject to verification from the DEQ,
It was
compliance
engineer
with the
complies with their
SRF
needs.
program.
Yeah.
I'll second that.
Hold it,
Jeff can't make a motion.
Yeah, well,
and somebody better be able to repeat that.
okay.
Well,
Authorize the sewer commissioner
Authorize
move your lips, Steve, it'll be just like your, it's coming out of
You just like a home.
commissioner.
you. There you go.
to, assuming everybody on council is agreeable to this,
Go ahead.
to proceed with the proposal made by F&V Construction.
F&V Construction.
Services.
They have, yeah,
Oh,
They have different
construction
divisions.
services. Okay.
Following confirmation by the MDEQ,
Following confirmation by the DEQ.
that the work is in compliance with SRF, the SRF program.
Compliance.
And when it comes down to it, I mean, if the bids come in and we think they're horrendous, that we can't pay for them out of our
SRF
money, then
Programs.
Program, okay, didn't know if you said program.
So that allows Steve then, once we verify
Right.
that the DEQ is good. I just hate to say that we're gonna approve it contingent, because then I think F&V can say, well, you guys agreed to it, you know?
Right,
But if this works out on this one project, it might be a way to chip away at some of these other projects, but even with the SRF money. Not to say that we wouldn't bid more stuff, because what he's doing, I know this is a bid for this construction, I mean, he's receiving bids to have this done. He's gonna pick and choose which ones,
Oh, so this is more of a design and then you'll
Yes.
help bid it out?
yes,
Got it.
yeah.
He's gonna oversee everything.
Right, so you're really getting it, for lack of a better term, you get it a general contractor.
Yes. And again, we were talking about the 8.5%, where a lot of our engineering and stuff is
15 to
15 to
17.
20.
This is very similar to a general contractor, where you pick the general contractor, he goes out and finds the subs to do the
Right.
job.
Right.
the three bids.
They make up the specs,
Correct.
put them out,
Got
they
it.
get the bids, bring them back, and then suggest to us whatever one.
We have that
is the best.
contact at the DEQ, right, that we can call?
Karen.
Yes, Karen.
Get directions, so you'll know what to do. So,
Yeah, okay.
good. Do you want to read it one more time so everybody's?
Oh, you made me do it now.
I've got it.
To authorize the sewer commissioner to proceed with the proposal made by F&B Construction Services following confirmation by the DEQ that the work is in compliance with the SRF program.
Yes,
That's you?
that's my
Okay.
motion.
Second.
Yeah, Coleman. Any further discussion?
You want to vote?
Yeah, roll call on it.
Clark,
Yes.
Cronin,
Yes.
Baylor,
Yes.
Cooper,
Yes.
Dolkey? Yes. Wallach?
Yes,
Shaw Sampson.
motion carried.
Thank you, everyone. Again, I apologize for the way this went down. It was supposed to have been a month ago. but
You got it, that's the important thing.
Joe would like to have a date for the, pardon me,
Public hearing.
public
Budget.
hearing date and time set.
For March 27th, 2017 at 7 PM. It's to set the public hearing for the budget.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mr. President, I'll resolve to set the public hearing date for approval of the 2017-2018 fiscal year budget for March 27th, 2017 at 7 PM.
I'll second.
Moved and supported, any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carried. And the next is to consider compliance with the PA 152 of 2011 through the continued implementation of the 80/20 employee health care contribution.
This is just something that we need to do yearly. Curtis recommended that we do this around the time of our renewal, which is now. And this just allows for us to have the employees pay 20% of their health insurance and the village picks up 80. It's what we've been doing since we were PA 152 started.
Mr. President, I'll resolve to comply with Public Act 152 of 2011 by continuing the 80/20 option for the village contribution to the cost of employee health insurance effective beginning February 1st, 2017.
I'll second.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
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 David, did you vote?
I,
Okay. I didn't hear you. so. Thank you. Okay, the next one is the MML property pool and liability insurance. So there's an increase on that for the year.
This is, again, just the renewal, this happens every year. It reflects a 5% increase, which was the same as last year. It seems to be the trend is 5%. So this is our property pool and liability, which is through the MML.
Mr. President, I'll resolve to approve the MML liability and property pool renewal for 2017-2018 term for a cost not to exceed $40,967.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any further discussion? If not, roll call please.
Baylor?
Yes.
Clark?
Yes.
Belkey?
Yes.
Cooper?
Yes.
Conan?
yes.
Bullock?
Yes. Motion carries. Up and coming agenda items, is there any that,
Mark, one other question. What's this Public Act 51?
That's the 80/20.
It doesn't mention, it says, okay.
Yeah, that's just the
It
form we,
doesn't
that's
mention
the,
insurance like the other.
no,
does. Okay.
that's the form we have to fill out for them.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, they confused
no
it.
problem. Any up and coming agenda items, council? No? No citizen comments, nobody in the audience? Council comments?
I would like to notify the public that we do have a new police vehicle. It was all purchased through the salvage title fund, so it did not come out of our general fund. Just so everyone knows that our taxpayer dollars didn't go into this new vehicle, that we were able to do it because of extra services that the police are providing. So we do have a four-wheel drive vehicle now, so that I can get them through the streets in case of bad weather.
Nice.
And it's pretty.
It's a nice looking truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I wanted to offer congratulations to Michelle for her recertification of her Michigan Municipal Clerk status.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yep, congratulations.
Thank you.
She's having a party tonight.
No, I'm not.
I've got one little thing, I should have brought it up underneath my Commissioner liaison. We had a grease spill again down at the sewer plant last week. We got things cleaned up, it wasn't as bad as previous ones. We had this chat with Mr. Hallweg last month, and he was going to take care of a few things, simple things that could be done down there so this wouldn't happen, and it has happened. So I guess I kind of asked Jeff, I mean, do we write a letter, do we... I stopped in to speak to him, he was out of town today, I still want to talk to him to kind of ask what happened and why. And in doing so, he's in violation of the ordinance. And we don't need to get in trouble with the DEQ, so I guess.
Yeah, I think, well, obviously, the obvious answer is for two incidents in such a short period of time, I think you do have to do something more formal to
Okay.
document in case the DEQ, their question's gonna be, why are you not enforcing your ordinance?
Right.
So yes, we do need to probably take a more formal approach. We can
Okay.
talk after the meeting. but
Okay.
Definitely, it's gonna be more than, you know, a discussion.
Phone call.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he still hasn't paid the other amount.
he has not paid that yet, I checked with Becky. So he's got that bill, and he's gonna have another bill come up. We had a Vector truck come in and take care of things.
Did it ruin the drying pads again?
No,
Okay.
we still had a permit to get rid of the stuff from the previous one, it's still good.
Okay.
Chris called them, they were able to come in and pump it, and not put it in the drying bed and just take it away.
Okay,
So
good.
that was a good thing.
Do you know if he made the improvements that were requested?
I would say not, because it
So
never
it gets in
happened.
the system, right?
Yeah, yeah, so,
Okay.
I still intend to speak with him, just,
As soon as he gets back.
Very good, Steve, thank you. And at this time, no community events, no closed session, and the adjournment's in order.
The time is 7:28. I make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Moved and supported. Any discussion? If not, all in favor?
Aye.
I would love for once for somebody